Somebody asked me the other day what my favorite thing about Tampa is. They know I make these videos and that I moved here not too long ago and I have this kind of different perspective maybe. And I was really excited to answer this question. I think the answer might surprise you. I'm Sam, and this is the Living in Tampa channel where we make videos about what it's like to live and move and all that kind of stuff around Tampa. Right now, I'm actually out showing some clients, a couple houses, some really kind of cool houses, and I'm representing these clients as a realtor. We are a team of realtors here in the Tampa area, and we would love to help you buy or sell anytime, anywhere in the whole metro area. Our phone number and email is right there on the screen and in the description down below. Please reach out anytime. If you have any questions about the area, anything like that, we would love to answer any questions, hop on a Zoom call, kind of figure out how we can best help. Do you remember in those science classes when you were a kid and you were learning about kinetic energy and potential energy? Maybe this was like middle school, high school. I remember this so much. And I just remember being kind of fascinated by potential energy. So you see the definition of potential energy here, the energy of something because of the position it's being held in. I love it. So think of like the wrecking ball held up, about to swing down, or think of the engine revving. All these kind of things are potential energy. And this is what I love about Tampa, is the potential. I feel like Tampa is just, one giant employer like a Google or Tesla, something like that, away, maybe not a tech company, away from being this really memorable city. Or maybe it's 200 mid-sized businesses. I think of these military towns or industrial towns that we know of across the country. And what I mean memorable, so think of a city like Nashville, like Austin, like Manhattan, like LA, like Portland. A lot of these cities are memorable. Tampa is just barely out of reach of that. And it's that difference that I like. The fact that it's possible just by one season of change. And I mean, maybe Tampa has already had the boom that I'm talking about, this kind of transition that I'm talking about. During the pandemic, it was like number 5 in migration for the whole country. For the past 12 months, it's been number 2 in terms of property price appreciation, with Miami being number 1. Maybe that's the boom. Maybe that is kind of the tipping point of Tampa becoming a really memorable city. But when you look at that migration stat of being number 5 for migration, the migration for Tampa hasn't really changed. It's really, for about 20 years, been 1 to 2% per year. And obviously, 1% of a million is very different than 1% of 3 million. So it's growing very consistently. There's this Instagram account, it's called Tampa Tomorrow. See it here on the screen. They highlight all the kind of development that's happening in like downtown Tampa, downtown St. Pete, all kind of the cool stuff. This is an indication to me of all this potential, all these developers interested in developing this area. Of course, Vinnick, the owner of the Tampa Bay Lightning, is a big catalyst for a lot of this development, especially downtown. But the thing is, downtown used to be this like dicey port. It used to be like pretty undeveloped, just kind of industrial. And now it's a lot different. Really, what I get from this Instagram account is the interest in the Tampa market from developers. A lot of these coming from bigger metros and really investing in this area. Not just Tampa, but also St. Petersburg. There's these big developments that like Vinnick is involved in. Even one of Bill Gates' companies is involved in this big Water Street development in downtown, but there's a big gasworks development that's called Gasworks. There's all kinds of stuff in Tampa Heights. There's some stuff in West Tampa. Maybe that is tipping the scales. Maybe that is making Tampa this memorable city. I subscribe to the Tampa magazine, and the food edition came out recently where it's like the top places. I'm gonna do some videos about some of those restaurants, and one thing that stood out to me is that like the Michelin board, the restaurant reviewers, the uppity kind of restaurant thing. I'm critical of it, yeah, whatever. But they just started reviewing some places in Tampa. So they're gonna spend 2 years reviewing restaurants in Tampa, potentially awarding some Michelin stars. The new Edition Hotel has this restaurant on the bottom, and that is like one of the restaurants that's definitely in the running. And there's quite a few others. And real quick, going back to this downtown scene, it used to be really just a port, and this is the busiest port in the state. So The port is very important for the economy in Tampa, but this whole area is just like packed full of stuff to do now. Food, hotels, and more luxury condos going up. And if you grew up here, you're surprised that people want to spend $1 million on a condo that has this beautiful $1 million view. But I'm surprised on the other side how many people I talk to that actually want that. And there's not a whole lot of housing in downtown Tampa or in downtown St. Pete, and a lot of it is just condos. But all of this is what I was saying earlier. This is potential. This is what the city is capable of. This is what people are investing in this city, and that's what I love about Tampa. If you're interested in moving to Tampa, interested in real estate in the area, we would love to hear from you. I'd love to hop on a Zoom call and really just kind of connect and see if this area is right for you. Thanks for coming by.